Hey, this is Kevin David Rail, Chief Health and Fitness Advisor for Wild Warrior Nutrition. And today I'm going to be going over 5 weighted kettlebell ab exercises. And these aren't just any exercises, these are my personal favorite ones. So without any further ado, let's get down to business and we're going to start with Turkish Getups. Okay, Turkish Getups, one of my favorite exercises in the whole wide world, especially in the world of kettlebells. This is a really great exercise for shoulder mobility, lower body strength, core strength, and also brain function all rolled into one, but especially because there's a high amount of tension that gets hit on the abs when you're doing this exercise. You've got to keep your abs tight throughout, okay? So this is what it looks like. We're gonna lie on our back with our knees bent and our feet flat on the ground. We're gonna roll to our side. We're gonna under grip the kettlebell like this, and we're gonna pistol grip it like this, as if we were shooting a gun. Then we're gonna pull the kettlebell in by our chest. We're gonna lie on our back. With 2 hands, we're gonna press the kettlebell up, and we're gonna pull our shoulder blade down into the ground, keeping a straight line from our fist all the way to our shoulder. We're gonna extend our opposite leg out about 45 degrees, toes facing up, and then we're gonna place this hand flat on the ground, parallel to this leg. Then we're gonna press into our foot, our heel and our hand into a half lying position like this. Then we're gonna corkscrew our hand, sit up to here. Then we're gonna lift our hips up in the air into a high bridge and slide this foot back and point our toes toward this heel, and then swing our knee out so it lands by this hand. Then we're gonna swivel our back foot as we come to a half kneeling position. Press this foot into the ground, stand all the way up, pause for a second, gaze out into space, and then reverse the whole thing. Kettlebell's in my right arm, step back with your left leg. Slowly lower yourself down, swivel this back foot, put this hand down, look up at your kettlebell, kick your leg through, slide your butt down to the ground, uncorkscrew your hand, slowly lower yourself down, grab your kettlebell with 2 hands, tuck it in, bring it to the ground, grab it like this, slide it to the other side, and then repeat. Okay? So, this whole exercise causes a lot of tension on the abs. You want to keep your abs tight throughout. If you do these slow and controlled like you should, it'll take about 45 seconds to a minute to do each side, to do both sides. Okay? So if you go back and forth for about 10 reps, you've already got a good amount of ab work done. All right, so that's our first exercise called the Turkish Getup. Okay, our next exercise is called a Renegade Row, and as you can see, I now have 2 kettlebells in front of me, and that's what we're going to need for this. Now, upon first glance, you would think this is a back exercise, and you would be correct, because it is. It works the lats and everything, but this is a killer ab exercise too, because you need to have a lot of force production in your midsection especially, in order to hold your body in the correct balance position and to take stress off your lower back as well. So, here's what it looks like. We're basically going to come into a plank position with our feet in a wide stance like this to help brace ourselves and to keep ourselves more stable. From here, we're going to press 1 kettlebell into the ground like this, and you want to make sure to use a moderate to heavy weight with this exercise, because otherwise your kettlebell is going to have a tendency to flip off to the side, and we don't want that to happen. So we're going to brace, we're going to squeeze our abs nice and tight, and we're just going to pull this kettlebell up to our side, and then we're going to switch sides. And the idea is to try to keep your body as stable as possible when you're doing these. So you don't want to twist sideways like this, drop your hips, lift your hips, or do anything wonky. Keep tension in your abs the whole time, squeeze them, and squeeze your quads, and then just pull. And go nice, slow, and controlled. Back and forth. And I promise you, you do a set of 10 of these, 5 each side, you're really going to feel the tension in your abs, and it's going to be a slam dunk. So that right there is called a Renegade Row. Okay, our next exercise is called a Windshield wiper, Seesaw chest press, alternating leg raise. And again, this is going to be done with 2 kettlebells, and this is a highly complex drill, and it's very advanced. So be forewarned ahead of time, and there's a lot of moving pieces. So we're going to lie on our back, and we're going to grab 2 kettlebells like this. We're going to tuck them in like this into a double rack position, and we're going to press them up above our head like this, above our chest. Now, we're going to pull our shoulder blades in. We're going to raise our legs, and here's what's going to happen. I'm going to lower this kettlebell and lower my legs to the left side. Now, as this one's coming up, my legs are coming up, and then I'm going to switch sides. Go as far down as you can. Then we're going to come up, and then we're going to do this. We're going to lower our legs and move the kettlebells behind us slightly. And when you do that, you feel a massive amount of tension on your abs. Then we're going to come back up, and then we're going to repeat. So in full motion, it's going to look like this. You want to go about this fast. Slow and controlled. Slightly back, legs go down. And you can also do this. Keep your head up if you want, slightly. Then lower your kettlebells back, lower your legs down, come back up. Okay? Whew, that's a fun one. Not that the other ones aren't fun, but that is called a windshield wiper, seesaw chest press, alternating leg raise, and that's our third exercise. We are now up to our fourth exercise in this series, and this is absolutely one of my favorites as well. Not that all the rest of them are not, because I know I say that a lot. But this is called the Kettlebell Snatch. So, with the Kettlebell Snatch, it is a ballistic exercise. So far we've been doing what's called grinds, which are slow, grueling type exercises. Ballistic is fast and furious and violent, but it's got a huge impact on the body that you're really gonna dig and you're really gonna love. Now, what I love about snatches is the fact that they get your heart rate through the roof, and you have to have a massive amount of ab tension when you come into the finished position, which is up here like this. So if you do a set of 10 on each arm, it's like doing a set of 20 crunches, but from a standing position, without any kind of risk of doing anything stupid like bending your neck too far on the ground, okay? So here's what the snatch looks like. We're gonna stand approximately shoulder, arm length behind the kettlebell with our feet shoulder width apart. We're gonna grab the handle, and we're gonna rip it behind us, and then we're gonna snap it up like this, and as soon as it comes up, we're gonna squeeze our pulp of our abs as if we're getting hit in the stomach with a 2x4, okay? And we want our arm to be aligned with our ear right here. Then we're gonna do what's called deflecting. So we're gonna like push our hips back like this and kind of tuck our tail in, and we're gonna pull the kettlebell in like this, and we're gonna backswing it right through here, and we're gonna snap it right back up again, okay? So I'll show you the angle from here, and then I'll turn to the side so you can see me from here. Here we go. And you see how soft that landed on the back of my arm? Okay, I'm gonna switch arms and go from the left side so we have symmetry. Here we go. Now notice right here, right there. See how I kind of push my shoulders back a little bit to create a little more space on my downswing. And you want that kettlebell to land softly on the back of your rib, right there. Okay, so one thing you don't want to do when you're doing snatches is rip that kettlebell up and have it smack the back of your arm, because it will hurt, okay? So smooth, nice flip on the back, punch your hand through, let it land softly, and squeeze your abs really tightly at the top portion, all right? That right there is called a kettlebell snatch. Okay, we're up to the finale, and this is going to be called a loaded kettlebell sit-up. You can do this exercise with one kettlebell or two kettlebells, but one thing you cannot do when it comes to this exercise is you can't just do them out in space. You need to have an assistant help you, or you have to have a really secure object where you can anchor your feet and ankles underneath. In this exercise, I'm gonna have Jen here do the exercise as I narrate the proper form and technique, okay? So if you're a spotter, you wanna grab a hold of your partner's ankles like this and press down, not hurting them, but you wanna have a good amount of pressure going down, because what's gonna happen is they're gonna keep their legs straight, they're gonna press the kettlebell up, go ahead and press it. We're gonna do this with one kettlebell and two. And you're gonna sit right up like that, keep your arm in line with your ear, and then you're gonna lower yourself right back down. So let's do 3. And then come right back up. Big exhale on the way up. Big inhale down. And then right back up. This is unilateral, so there's a lot of tension on your abs, and you wanna try to keep your shoulders square to the ground. Okay, go ahead, go back down. And now she's gonna do it with 2 kettlebells. So go ahead and lower that one down. Take a couple deep breaths. And then she's gonna press both kettlebells above her chest. She's gonna keep her abs nice and tight, and she's gonna sit right up. Boom, like that. Arms straight, lower yourself down. We'll do one more. Big inhale down. And then exhale and push all the air out. Squeeze the abs on the way up. Good. Tuck them in and come down. And then lower your kettlebells to the ground safely, and then place them on the ground. Okay, so that right there is called a loaded sit-up. Good job. You can do that with one kettlebell or 2. If you have any questions or comments, always feel free to hit me up. This is Kevin David Rail, Chief Health and Fitness Advisor for Wild Warrior Nutrition. Till next time, let's give him a gun.